It's Madden NFL 24. And coming up, we've got Aaron Rodgers. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season.
An absolutely perfect fall afternoon for football, and we are under bright blue Colorado skies at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Dragons of Rio de Janeiro taking on the Denver Broncos. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And the way they played last week defensively, you look at the tape, it looks like they had extra guys on the field, and they thoroughly shut down that offense.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Cariocas, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. The Broncos offense gets set to go to work, and at the helm in his second season wearing orange and blue, Russell Wilson.
And similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has a dangerous mix of skills, the ability to throw from the pocket and extend plays and throw on the run. Not to mention an absolute winner. Usually has his team in the playoffs competing for Super Bowl opportunities.
A man who was lost for the year in Week 4 last season. Here's Javonte Williams. And that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Outright, this one goes to Patrick. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. The numbers for Williams a week ago, north of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they put.
And all the way home for the Broncos score. Javonte Williams. His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. They'll be led out by the former Cal Bear, Aaron Rodgers.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game, almost like basketball, where both teams press and one team gets an advantage, our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it, doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not, just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Rodgers now on 1st down. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown. Christian Watson with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Dragons are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Rodgers will throw for it. And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for 2. They convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. Well, not content with a first quarter lead, I guess. They're going to go onside kick. And the Broncos are going to get the football. So an onside kick failed in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Pass complete to Judy on the out route. A gain of 8 there on the play, and this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Now Wilson. Over the middle, complete. That's Williams. And he will have the Broncos first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. When you look at this defense, this crew against the pass, it's been a real struggle. 2nd from the bottom in the NFL, number 31.
Theories abound. People have opinions. But too often for this team this season, it's been the big play that's done them in.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Wilson. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. And he's got it. Touchdown, Broncos. Jerry Jeudy, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have regained the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes this a 14-8 ball game. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And it's knocked away and incomplete. This defense for the Broncos, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for them to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for them to escape the pocket and run.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. Throwing now is Rodgers. His pass complete. He finds Jeremy Ruckert. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Rodgers to throw once more. throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Rodgers will try again on second down. And it's caught. Touchdown. Christian Watson with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Dragons are an extra point away from capturing the lead. They'll look to throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with two PATs. They got the two-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos. Right at the 50-yard line. He'll hand this to Williams to start things out. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This will be caught. Judy. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the first quarter, as that's a first down. Here's Wilson to throw. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2nd and a couple. Here's Wilson. Same connection. Dulcich once again. Touchdown! Greg Dulcich, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Now the Rio offense set to take over. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Well, the Rio offense about to set up shop once again. Now Rodgers to try again after the pick six. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Christian Watson, the man he was looking for. But it's going to be 2nd down. When you look at this Bronco defense, they're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And this is what we talk, game inside the game. Top 5 passing offense versus top 5 passing defense. I wouldn't be surprised defensively if they change up coverages a bit more than usual to try and combat what they expect to see.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. Open man here is Conklin. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Rodgers now on first down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Rodgers. This hauled in by Conklin. Touchdown. Tyler Conklin, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Dragons have cut it back within a score.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
They go read option with Wilson. And he will get into the end zone, and a 2-point conversion will cut this down to a 6-point game. And the option play working flawlessly right there. What'd you think of the call?
Love the call. That's really football 101 to me. 2-point conversion, run quarterback option. That means he can either keep it himself or pitch it to a trailing back. That usually opens things up for an offense.
Boy, a little panic here early. A first quarter onside kick. And the Broncos are going to get the football. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Now Wilson on first down. That's going to be caught by Judy. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 1. Throwing is Wilson. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. An entertaining start to this one. More to come. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage. And looky there, Charles, just acquired, already making an impact on the defensive side of the football.
Maybe not a superstar, but he does a few things well, and I think they'll emphasize that in his new role with this team.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw taken in here by Patrick. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. Shoves him away. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt. This offense so far on 3rd down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7. And he's going to go down again. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Badgley able to punch this one through, and that will make this a 9-point lead. after this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman. Now the Rio offense set to take over. On first down, Rodgers. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Here's Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Rodgers again now. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory. Down at the 31. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Yeah, their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, it looked like they marched to the end zone as hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Throwing is Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. And again, it's Rodgers. And it's caught. Touchdown. Tyler Conklin with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Dragons have got it back to within a score. Rodgers will throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. That's caught left side by Judy. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here's Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. It's caught inside the 25. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 35 yards the gain there. Another first down as well.
That's good for Denver Broncos.
In motion goes Patrick. They'll fake the jet sweep, and instead of give up the middle to Williams. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. Second down and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Oh, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
Third down and 5.
Now it's Wilson. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Badgley on for the field goal. A 37-yard attempt.
Badgley able to knock this one through, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they are able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Hardman, he is not going to bring this out, so they will start the drive at the 25. Now the Rio offense set to take over. We're getting closer here now to halftime, and we may need that halftime break just because there hasn't been much of a break in this first half. A lot of points being put up.
Not much room to breathe, is there? Because these guys are going up and down the field. And let's face it, if you're the offensive coordinator for either squad, I'm pretty happy with what you're saying. If you're the defensive coordinator,
you're not so happy.
You're frantically searching for something that'll work. You're on the headset talking to your assistant. You're checking your play sheet.
And touchdown! Breece Hall, 75 yards. And the Dragons strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And we are hitting the home stretch here toward halftime, and to this point, this has been an exciting offensive explosion for both sides.
I think everyone in the stadium is going to have to regroup a little bit, including the two of us. Yeah, I think we have to get a little oxygen, relax a little bit, and see what we can get.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Wilson. And that is incomplete. Trying to find Greg Dulcich there. And it's 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now Wilson. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the 1st. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. We're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. This one deep for Wilson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. Well, let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works. Sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Rodgers to throw once more. Touchdown! Christian Watson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dragons will extend their lead here just before halftime. A final shot before half for Rodgers. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And this offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Rodgers now on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Wilson and the Broncos now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. Following the fumble recovery, Wilson into the hands of Patrick left side. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And all the way home for the Broncos score. Tim Patrick, 60 yards. And the Broncos are back within a score. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. Hardman will elect not to bring this out, and the football will be on the 25-yard line. Well, the Rio offense about to set up shop once again. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. This is caught. It's Christian Watson down the left sideline. Touchdown! Christian Watson, 75 yards. And the Dragons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that, man. One play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. Denver's offense ready to go again. And, Charles, the name of the game last time, efficiency. Their very first snap, they connected for a quick touchdown.
They get more value than just the points from that series as well. Only needing one play, it keeps the entire offense rested up.
Wilson's throw caught here by Dulcich. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now it's Wilson. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now Wilson on first down. That's taken in by Dulcich. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
That's another Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
At the 35-yard line.
Wilson.
On the slant, completes to Sutton. He's got room to roam.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. 33 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Williams.
Only a yard that time, second and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on first down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Williams again. And not a whole lot there as he'll get him down at about the 2.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal.
It's now third and goal.
They'll try and run it in with Burton. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Mike Burton taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Broncos have cut it back within a score.
They'll look to run for it with Williams. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. You know, we've discussed this before, and we've seen it in practices. Extra periods being put in for the offense on these 2-point tries. But the defense, they're beefing up their support as well in practice.
They absolutely have to. If people are going to go for 2 and try and gain those advantages and make it tougher on your team as the game goes along, you have to be in a position to stop those. You can't let them get the advantage. So, yes, the defensive teams, they're putting in that extra time on 2-point plays as well.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. On second down, a run with Hall.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
On third down, here's Hall.
And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. That is caught. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
Rodgers' throw brought in by Watson.
Touchdown!
Christian Watson.
43 yards.
And the Dragons are able to widen their advantage.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but in today's NFL, I wouldn't want to play defense. Too many great receivers and guys who are accurate, who can get them the ball. We've seen the result. Days like this one.
Robert Saleh, one to take chances. His guys will go for 2 here.
They'll try and throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos. Right at the 50-yard line. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. From midfield now, here's Wilson. It's complete to Williams. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Broncos. Javonte Williams. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Broncos have got it back to within a score. Wilson going to throw for it. And he'll get in for the 2 points. So that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call. And he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion. And now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
A gain of 16 yards. 1st down, Dragons.
On 1st down, Rodgers. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. He finds Watson. It's caught. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown. Tyler Conklin, 27 yards. And the Dragons get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Now a toss coming right side. It's Hall.
I have to admit, I love the excitement of a 2-point try. You know, to see what's going to happen, and it happens pretty quickly, doesn't it? You get an answer, and in this case, it was unsuccessful for the guys trying it.
Completely unrelated. I just realized that I stole both your pins in this last. My bad, partner.
Hey, that's okay. Well, and just in the time they went for 2.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And even 100 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. Here's Wilson. Short throw caught by Dulcich. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now Wilson. Screen play set up for Williams. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
That's good for the Denver Broncos.
Here's Wilson. Short throw caught by Dulcich. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
That's another Denver Broncos.
To throw again is Wilson. Throw right side, complete to Williams. Touchdown, Broncos! Javonte Williams, 34 yards. And the Broncos have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. Well, the Rio offense set to take over. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
Here's Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
What we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And they're going to speed things up here. Rodgers now on first down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And the Broncos are right back in this football game. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position. Quentin Williams in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now it's Wilson. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. Here it's 3rd and 2. Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And they will take over 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Open man here is Conklin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Rodgers. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5
to the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown! Tyler Conklin, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Dragons are able to build on to their fourth-quarter lead. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. They're going to try and run. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the one. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the two-point attempt is turned aside. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and two-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Short throw caught by Dulcich. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. In motion goes Patrick. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 110 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. Here's Wilson to throw. Williams brings it in. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down. To throw is Wilson. He completes this to Sutton. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
At the 22-yard line.
On second down, Williams. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Here comes second down. Now Wilson. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
Well, just a gigantic play here, both sides. This is 3rd and inches. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Greg Dulcich, beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Broncos have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. He's got it at the 2. And he's not going to get there. The defense able to come up with a big stop, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead. A little less than 90 seconds to go. This will be an onside kick. And the hands team does its job. They're able to secure it. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that one. They needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15.
I just love how they're going about trying to finish off this game. This is not an offense that's going to go into its shell. They're going to keep exploiting weaknesses where they see them.
Touchdown! Tyler Conklin, an 11-yard touchdown. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Well, after another passing touchdown, I don't think it'd be an understatement to say that he's in the zone and I believe he likes it.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. And the Broncos are going to get the football. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical. A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw taken in by Sutton. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's Wilson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Now first and goal. Wilson to throw. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Badgley on for the extra point. And the lead is down to 2. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a touchdown they needed, but not the 2-point conversion, as this remains a 2-point deficit here in the final minute. So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome.
Down the numbers. There he goes. There he goes again. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. And that touchdown, Charles, with very little time remaining, boy, it just sucked any energy and momentum out of the other sideline.
Yeah, take an incredible comeback in the final minute to bring this one back to even. A great series there offensively. They saw an opportunity to slam the window shut, and they followed through.
Yeah, the touchdown apparently wasn't enough. They're going to go for the onside kick here. And the Broncos are going to get the football. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Throwing now is Wilson. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by DJ Reed. There he goes, right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, partner, this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own. Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their